नाहम ब्रह्मेति बुद्धेत स विनाशी इति चेन्न सामानाधिकरण्यस्य बाधायाम अपि संभवात्. See, when we are told that this jiva, the soul, what we are trying to learn, absolute reality is Kutasthadeep, and apparent reality is the soul or the world. Now, this soul or the jiva is destructible. When the body dies, he also disappears. So this destructible jiva, how can he come to realize the indestructible reality? Question. See? Naham brahmeti buddheta sa vinashi iti che. Because here sa means the jiva, the soul. The soul is destructible. So how can the destructible soul come to realize the indestructible reality? See, this is the inquiry. And the teacher explains it's not like that. To understand the technical term, samanadhikaranyasya badhayam api sambhavat. What does it mean? Man is real, husband is apparent. Man can continue to exist as a man without becoming a husband. But a husband cannot exist without being a man. See? So when either the divorce happens or the wife goes away, then he is no more husband. Because husband is the reality, then he will never die. But is the husband reality? In the same manner, the soul, what is the soul we have seen? Consciousness reflected in the thought, and that enlivened thought starts thinking that I am somebody. So this jiva or the soul, who doesn't exist, how can the non-existent jiva come to discover that he is the Satchidananda Paramatma? How it is possible? See? Now what is to be done? This is the basis of inquiry. And for that, our Bhagwan Shankaracharya wrote, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. This world is real or apparent. So we come to know this world appears under n number of conditions. It is not all the time available. This world comes into existence after we are identified with the body. Therefore, in the deep sleep, we are nowhere, we are never, we are nobody. And therefore, we are happy. It is for this reason many people come to satsang and sleep to realize that we are divine. Now, this jiva is what? So, waking world appears under n number of conditions. Husband appears under n number of conditions. See? By birth, nobody is a husband. Then he comes in contact with a lady and adopts her as a wife. So three factors are there. So the man, the lady who is his wife, and then the infinite man reduced through the limitation of the wife called as the husband. Now out of these three, which is real? Husband is real or man is real? Now the husband is not real, destructible. How this husband will come to realize that he is a man? How the jiva will come to realize that he is Brahman? This is the question. See? So what has to be done? Has he to take a divorce? Has to kill the wife? See? What is to be done? Friends, When this inquiry clears our doubts, then you will stop doing sadhana, you will start living the divine experience. So what has to be done? Don't take wife seriously. Who is a husband who is under the influence of his wife? Who is the jiva who is under the influence of the relative existence? Wife is a relative, not absolute. Similarly, all our possessions and relations, they are in relation to I, the body, and then I become somebody, and then I become rich and poor. So this rich man and the intelligent man, how they can realize that they are divine? See? What he has to do? Very simple. Don't come under the influence of the riches, and don't be burdened by the relations. So, we support the riches or the poverty and the relations, good or bad. When we start understanding this, then although we are playing the role of a husband or a wife or anybody, we will not be under the influence of that. Exactly the same way. When we have to function in this world, we have to function as somebody. But is that somebody real? This is the inquiry. So this somebody is real only in relation to something or somebody. See? Husband is in relation to the wife. He is not a Rashtrapati, husband of every woman in the world. No. Therefore, Samanadhikaranyasya badhayam api sambhavan. Therefore, whether the jiva is there or not, it doesn't make any influence on the reality that we are. Now this jiva, he tries to find out who am I. So what will be the process? Process will be withdraw from the worldly possessions, withdraw from the worldly relations, and come back to a point beyond which you cannot withdraw. Yena tyajasi tat tyajam. Now see our process of going to sleep. We withdraw from all the possessions, achievements and failures. Then we withdraw from all the relations, good or bad. And after everything is rejected, what is the last thing that we discard? The one who discarded everything. Even he has to be discarded. Therefore it is said, Yena Tejasi. Who goes to sadhana? Who goes to sleep? I go to sleep. So how do I go to sleep? I discard world, I discard achievement, failure, I discard everything and come back, and ultimately till such time this I is there, sleep will not begin. Therefore, in the waking experience, we are 100% ego. In the dream experience, we are 50% ego. In the deep sleep, zero ego. What is the spiritual practice? Sleep. Aha. Now, how to sleep? Don't take life seriously. We take life so seriously. Spiritual life is not a punishment. See? Sit down properly. Don't move like this. And close your eyes. And the kids are taught like that. In some place I went, the children, small, cute, so sweet of them. So when I went, so they wanted to show what we teach to our children. We are teaching to our children yoga and meditation. Now the teacher says, now sit properly as we do every day. Now close your eyes. Swamiji is here. He wants to see how you do meditation. Children are sitting and then now those small little kids, why make their life miserable? See friends, let only happiness express through us. That is the only spiritual practice. Never justify being miserable. If you are miserable, find out who is miserable. Then you will come to discover the one who is miserable doesn't exist. Therefore, this non-existent apparent jiva, how can he realize the absolute reality? Only by this simple technique. And this cannot be simpler than this. Be attentive. You can get freedom from the influence of the illusions only by recognition of the illusion as an illusion. Neither can you destroy it, nor can you improve it, nor can you use it. See? When we see, let us say, the mirage waters, illusion. So can we use the mirage waters? Can we harvest it? Can we make it potable? Can we transport it? No. But it appears. And when it appears under number of set of conditions, not all the time. In the same manner, this waking world appears only when we are identified with the body. Therefore, what should be the spiritual practice? Don't take body identification serious. Then commit suicide? No, that will not help. Then only know all that we are experiencing in this relative world is an apparent, not real. See, friends, this is what is the spiritual practice according to our Vedanta Shastra. Bhagavan Shankara says, Kurute Ganga Sagara Gavanam Vrata Paripalanam Atavadanam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena. It is not through action. Only we chant mechanically. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyagiyene ke amritatvamanashu. What is the use of chanting? All the time doing this, doing that. Therefore, correct your focal length. When we go to the eye doctors, they don't give us vision. Vision we already have. What they do? They correct our eye muscles' ability to adjust the focal length when required. In age, with age, our eye muscles' ability slowly dies away. So, when we get the glasses have not created anything. Only thing, now this vision is able to adjust the focal length. Exactly, the scriptures do not make us divine. The knowledge doesn't make us divine. Only our focal length is adjusted. Now what is the focal length for us? Whenever we are disturbed, immediately put on the glasses of wisdom. Who is disturbed? Husband, wife, mother, father, in-laws, outlaws. Are they real? No. They don't take them seriously. That's it. But we take them so seriously. And thereafter what happens? We start justifying that I am miserable because of him or her, therefore he should be improved or she should be improved. We cannot improve anybody in this world. God who created this world is frustrated, he told me. See? He failed to create anything out of some. It is like that. See, friends. Therefore, yoyam sthano kumanesha hum dhyam sthano dhiriva brahmasmiti dhiya asheshapi buddhir nivartate. Therefore, the person, a seeker, who is able to recognize that what I was thinking, that there is some thief hiding behind a corner and therefore is going to loot me. But when he comes to discover how? By a right means of knowledge. Right means of knowledge is what? He goes with a torch and a stick. Then if he is there, I am going to kill him. And when he puts the torch light on that post, he discovers it was never a thief, it was only a post. What he has to do? Use the right means of knowledge for the right understanding. See? When from a distance in little lit area, when we see, there is not the right means of knowledge. Then you put on the light, right means of knowledge, then you come to discover. In the same manner, find out, put the light, who is disturbed? Husband is disturbed. Am I husband by birth? No. Then how I am husband? By mistake. Very good. Correct your mistake. How to correct? Don't take wife seriously. See, my friends, this is the real spiritual practice. Therefore, these I am, what you call the jiva, etc. All these wrong notions will be discovered and will be discarded, and thereafter, aham brahmasmi, we will be naturally coming back to our divine nature. Now, this thing we learn, don't have to do anything. If you ask me what is real spiritual practice, from every single experience, we have to keep on learning. Today when I was sitting with my cup of tea, comfortably, what was going on inside? So I was doing the japa. First of all, loudly. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Then second experiment. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. I am chanting also and hearing also. Third experiment. Now I am chanting only in the mind, not loudly. Now to make you understand, I chant loudly. So I was chanting in my mind, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And I am also hearing. So I am able to hear outer world outside the body, as well as I am able to hear the japa inside also. Go still deeper. Chant deep within you to such an extent that your lips should not move. Chant. Initially, you will require efforts, but when we slowly continue it, then you will come to discover one day, chanting is an action and listening is knowledge. When chanting the action and listening the knowledge, when they merge, you have discovered the pure conscious existence called as Brahman. And if we really reach somewhere near, how do we know? We will be effortlessly movementless. All movements will stop. To such an extent that even our breathing will become very slow. Breathing will become very shallow. When breathing becomes slow and shallow, the mind starts separating from the body without attaining death. But when the same thing happens, not through wisdom or understanding, the mind is separated from the body, but without understanding or ignorance, that is called a deep sleep. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita says, Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. The one who is awakened to his divine nature, he is very much living in this world, but he doesn't take the world to be real, and the divinity that he is experiencing, to that divinity the average people are sleeping. They don't even recognize. And his reality is not to be proved, it is our experience. We don't have to prove anything. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. I am that, no need. Take a gross example to understand. Suppose I keep on telling you, come on, friends, I am a man. You know, see, I am a man. See, my voice is also like a man. See, I am a man. See, I have got a beard. You know, I am a man. Nobody is doubting me. Why should I go on telling that? But if I go on telling again and again, then people will start doubting. Maybe. We don't have to prove. Aham Brahmasmi. I am divine. No need. It is an experience which is beyond the scope of words. See, anything that is touched by the tongue is a lie. In Hindi, they use the word jhuta. Jhuta means lie. You take a spoon and take something to eat in that spoon and put the spoon in your mouth and eat the thing, then remove the spoon. So that spoon has touched your tongue. Then they say, don't use the same spoon. It is jhuta. That means it is a lie. Anything that touches to our tongue is a lie. We talk by the tongue, bluff. Therefore, maunam vyakya prakatita para brahma tattvam yuvanam. That which is revealed eloquently in the silence is the truth. Therefore, this wrong notion that I am Jiva, etc. will disappear without creating another notion that I am realized. This is another most important factor we have to understand. Spiritual life is not changing or replacing the notions. See, this is what normally happens. Earlier I was a non-vegetarian. Now, since I have come on this line, now I am not a non-vegetarian. I eat only once in a while. That I-dom is still there. Earlier, I used to get up very late. Now, I don't get up very late. Friends, spiritual evolution is not freedom for I, but freedom from I. And this is exactly what is attained when we go to sleep. Upanishad says, in the deep sleep, tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. In the deep sleep, we are neither mother, father, husband, wife. Therefore, in deep sleep, the happiness is the Brahmananda, but we don't recognize it. Pratyavidnyayate. We have to recognize this. And that is the reason why we so much intensely want to go to sleep, because we are one with the divine. And what is the experience of the sleep? We are nobody and we have no desires, because there is none other than me. Ekameva Advitiya. Therefore, this principle was told by Sureshwaracharya in his text Naishkarma Siddhi, and there also how the superimposed, when it is rejected, the substratum remains. So Sarvam Brahmeti Jagata Samanadi never Aham Brahmeti Jivena Samanadi Kutavaveta. Therefore, when it is said, whole world is Paramatma, we attend it. Whole world is Paramatma. The world includes us also. We are not out of the world. See? Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Slowly and steadily, if you dive deep in your own experiences, see? All colors and form, they appear to be outside. But are they outside? Where the knowledge is happening? Knowledge is not happening where the object is. Knowledge is happening in our mind. And what is the mind? Mind is grossification of the principle of life. Now what is life? Life is the expression of the Chaitanya. And what is the Chaitanya? Ekameva Dvitiya. Come back. But our notion is, I am seeing the people outside. Biggest error. Once I was in Thane, going to Mumbai after my regular lecture. And the person who was driving me, he is ophthalmologist. So in the talk I mentioned that the whole world is only images. Don't become true. It's only imaginary. Imaginary. He says, Swamiji, how can you say like this? I am driving, seeing the traffic coming. I am avoiding the traffic. I said, first of all, park the car. Then I talked to him. He stopped. I said, fortunately, you are ophthalmologist. I said, tell me, how the objects are seen? See, that object which is bathing in the light, and that reflected light alone makes their object traceable. If the object is there is no light, nothing can be seen. Number one. Number two, what we see is that image is formed through the lens on our retina, and what we see is not the object but the image of the object. Now third, even that image is not seen. What we see, the reflected light on that object. And when there are 10 objects reflected in the mirror, mirror is light. If there is an elephant or a mountain reflected in the mirror, oh, it is very heavy. Does it happen? Is it not our experience? Whether there are 10 people, there is no burden to the vision. If there are million people, no burden to the vision, because what we experience is only images, not the real. Further, the quality of the image determines the quality of our experience. If the imaging surface, our mind, if it is too much obsessed with the objective world, a simple example, water with a cow dung in that. And in that cow dung polluted water, if you see yourself, it will be very hazy, not clear. Then that water with cow dung is shaking very violently. The reflection will be unsteady. But if the waters are absolutely clear, like the distilled water, and steady, our reflection will be perfect. Exactly the same way, our mind is carrying the cow dung of the worldly things and beings. And in addition to that, constant agitation. I want this way, I want that. And in that dirty, disturbed, unsteady mind, whatever will be reflected, what will be the perception? The world is very bad. World is not bad. Your mind is disturbed. See, friends, therefore, this is one of the most prominent points. If we are walking spiritual path, do not compromise with your peace of mind. Our peace of mind is the most valuable commodity for us in our life. Those who become disturbed because of others, Even God cannot help them. Why should we get this? If somebody is, shouting, let him shout. See? Therefore, Sarvam Brahmeti Jagata Samanadhikaranyam Aham Brahma iti Samanadhikruti. Therefore, the whole world is Paramatma. What will happen as a result? Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadaya Deha vimane galite vidyate Paramatmane Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadaya. When we write about the body identification and when we discover our divine nature. What is our divine nature? We are supporting both the objective world and the subjective experiencer of the world. They are not two. We have to change our standpoint. Our standpoint is from within the body. This object is inside the pocket. The table is outside the pocket. Inside, outside requires a reference. We are inside the body and the world is outside the body. So reference is body. In the deep sleep, where are we? When are we? What are we? Nothing. But we continue to exist. So what will be the real spiritual practice? Change your standpoint. Now how to change the standpoint? Look at the world as God looks at it. See? And this is what we do also. One lady, she is a mother and there are two children. One is her child, second is somebody else's child. Now what is her expression and experience? Her child is divine. See, my Krishna, how beautiful Krishna. Other child, these days the parents don't take care of their children. Now what is happening? That mother is seeing herself extended in that useless child. But the other child, she doesn't include that child in her. And therefore the samsara begins. A wise man has recognized this. All that is known or unknown is none other than me. Is it not? Whether we know any content of our body, is there any hatred? One dirty example I will give you. Try to understand. We are all sitting. In our large intestine, there is a sufficient dirty thing, the fecal material. Think about it. Do we get a sense of disgust and hatred? We don't get. Think about the urine in the bladder. Do we get disgusting feeling? No. Because they are included in the definition of I. What is the reason that parents love the children? Because they are included in the definition of I. What is the position of a wise man? See? Position of a wise man is the principle of homeopathy. What is that? That's what I told you to learn. I have learned it from one friend. See, I had to go to so many places and body there something or the other will happen. And we being Indian, every born Indian is a doctor and a philosopher. It comes in our genes. We don't have to go anywhere. So I was somewhere and some problem was there. So my friend said, Swamiji, don't worry. I said, no, I am not worried, you are worried. He said, no, I will give you some medicine. And he was a homeopath. Homeopathy medicine what? Sabudana ki khichdi. So he said, you take this sabudana and don't touch with the hand, directly from the bottle. So I said, okay, now what is the next dose? Swamiji, next dose will be after 6 months. Till then will I remain alive? He said, don't worry, nothing will happen. Okay. Then I said, why so long gap between two doses? Swamiji, this was high potency dose. Where is a high potency? I said, my God, now what is going to happen? High potency dose. Explain me. He explained. 1 drop of medicine diluted in 100 drops of water. That diluted medicine is further 1 drop diluted in 10,000 drops of water. Again, that diluted medicine, 1 drop, further diluted in 1,000,000 drops of water. And higher the dilution, more is the potency. And he said, even a chemical test cannot diagnose the presence of the medicine in that diluted medicine. What kind of medicine it is? How it will work? He said, the dilution is to such an extent that it doesn't work on the cell outside. It goes into the nucleus of the cell and it protects and cures the disease. This principle I learned. I solid concentrated medicine. I get married, I and my wife. Radius, one foot. So I at the center. Now I is diluted. Whatever I had to get the clothes, purchase all your clothes before marriage. After marriage, clothes purchasing is only for the wife. So now this I is diluted. Then first child comes. Some addition in the length of the radius. Now it is 2 inches. Second circle. Then second child comes. Another increase in the length of the radius. Third circle. Fourth circle. Go on adding to this eye. And ultimately, when you include everything in this eye, Aham Brahmasmi. Nothing is excluded. And therefore, whatever the great masters say, it happens. Why? Because they are no more leading a cocoon life. I mean, no, expand to such an extent that we exclude nothing, include everything. Bhagavan Krishna defines this in Bhagavad Gita. Atma upamena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham vayadiva dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Who is the super deluxe yogi? He who is able to include everything, exclude nothing, let it be joy or sorrows, because he is now merged with the totality. This is what is said here. So when we discover our divine nature, in that everything is included, nothing is excluded. So, Sarvam Brahmeti Jagata Samanadi Karnyavat Aham Brahmeti Jivena Samanadi Kutir Bhavet. Continuing further, the teacher says, Samanadi Karnyasya Padha Sattvam Nirakritam Prayatnataha Vivrane Kutasthasya Vivakshaya. Therefore, to bring to our cognition our divine nature, this is the technique. Inquire the one who is miserable, is he real or what? See? On the basis of this, the dramas are played. In the drama, we become somebody on the stage and we do our acting. See, yesterday I gave you an example, if you remember. Gabbar Singh was encircled by the police in his small house and he was told, better surrender, we have already taken care of you all around, don't be smart, surrender, you will be taken care of in a proper way. But he doesn't surrender, then he shoots himself and dies. So after he dies, what will be written on the file? Criminal disease, file closed. Now, we don't have to kill anybody. The same thing happens on the stage of a drama. On the drama stage, a terrorist comes and shoots at other person. And on the stage, the other person who is shot dead, he falls down. And the terrorist goes away. And the curtain goes down. After that, If in the audience there is a police officer, will he come? Kisne mara? Who killed? No, it was just a drama. Exactly the same way. Take life as Karnataka drama. And what is a drama? Whatever role we have to play, it should be perfectly played. Let it be a role of a good person or a bad person. But after the role is over, change your costume and come back to the normal lungi and relax. Same way, friends. If we are in front of our elders, respect them, revere them, listen to them, don't argue with them, and after that do whatever you have to do. There is no point in arguing with the elderly people. So important. Then if you are in front of the youngsters, forgive them. They are meant, they are authorized to make mistakes. Have we not made mistakes in our life? Everybody. See? Even God made mistake. How? He created us. That is his problem. See, friends. Therefore forgive, it's okay, never mind. In this manner, we do natak drama. Whatever role we have to play perfectly well and come back out of the stage in the green room, change your costume and be normal. But what happens? We continue the role. These days, the youngsters don't respect the elders. Now tell me, what is the contribution and efforts old people have put to become old? Zero. It is the poor earth running around the sun and our age is growing. See, I am 95 but people don't respect me. What is your contribution in becoming 95? What we have done? But what an ego, ahankar. Whenever we get hurt, remember, we are in a wrong channel of thinking. Never justify we are hurt. No. See? Therefore, come to discover Kutasthadeep. We are the substratum supporting all good and bad experiences. Shodhitastam padarthoyaha kutasto brahma rupatam tasya vaktum vivarane tatoktam itaratracha. Therefore, in another text vivarana, there also to make us understand Shodhita tvam padartha. So tvam means what we are studying, tattvamasi mahavakya. Tattvamasi, tat means that, tvam means you are divine. So here, to make us recognize that we are not a husband, basically we are a man. We are not a father, basically we are a man. Therefore, we have to play different roles, play perfectly. But don't forget, basically you are a man in the same manner. Basically we are divine because we are expressing through the eyes, we become the seer. We express through the ears, we become the hearer. But if you remove the eyes, nothing happens to us. We are the same. Anchor yourself to this reality and play the game of life. And when we play the game of life, life becomes a time pass. See? Don't play like the cricket matches. Play like we play with the children. In that game with the children, we are not very tense or concerned about victory or defeat, but the child is. So for him, I have defeated Swami, and for me, time passed till the food was getting ready. I had to kill this Rakshasa busy. Therefore, I was playing with him, nothing else. Therefore, friends, if you take life as a life time pass, then you will never talk about two things in your life: success and failure. Both are redundant. See? They have no place. Slowly and steadily, we will be carrying everything as it is. Changes will not be outside. Changes will be in our understanding. And those who have proper understanding, they live in the same miserable world, but never become miserable. You take all the great masters. Do you think they were living on a different time scale? If you see the life of, let us say, Swami Vivekananda, how many years he lived? For 200, 500 years. Hardly 39, 40 years. And the reported work of Vivekananda, even if you simply want to read, our life will be not enough. How he is able to do that? Because he has discarded the barrier of individuality and merged in the totality. See, friends. Therefore, Shodhitatvam Padartha, come to recognize your divine nature. And what is our divine nature? The same reality, ever present, all knowledge and no misery. Three things. This will be brought out subsequently. After this, the teacher continues, Dehendriyadi yuktasya jiva bhasa brahmasya adhishthadati chaiti saicha kutastha atra vivakshita. Therefore, consciousness supporting the body identification, gross body, subtle body, and thereby taking a position that I am somebody, all these three things, identification with the gross body, identification with the subtle body, and identification with the absence of the two, these three things put together is called as the Jiva, and it is Brahma, it is not real. Brahma means what? Which appears under certain conditions, but disappears after the conditions are gone. See? Therefore, our Vedanta tells, waking and dream are 100% same. Nobody dreams the dream as a dream. During the dream, it is a solid reality. How simple it is. When a dream is going on beautifully, that dream will never break. When there is some terrible, unwanted event happening in the dream, then only the dream breaks. Exactly the same way, this waking dream, as long as everything is going on goody, it will never break. But one day suddenly, without any expectation, something happens which we can never imagine. When that happens, suddenly, oh God, why this is happening to me? Let us go to integral yoga satsang. See, friends, how important it is. But when we are, see, if the mothers, when they have to do some work and the children are giving trouble, what they do? They keep the children busy. You take the chocolate, you play there, okay? You want one more chocolate, but keep away. Exactly, God does the same thing. Give success, give money, give that. Very good. Keep away, don't come near me and eat my head. See, friends, therefore remember, any event that will remind us something higher, purpose of our being, that event is our first guru in our life. Arjuna was with Bhagavan Krishna for how many years? More than 50, 60 years. He never asked him any wisdom. On the contrary, playing like a bag, hey Krishna, hey Yadav, hey Sakheti. And Bhagavan Krishna wanted him to discover the divinity that he is. See? Don't we do if I have something to eat very tasty, you enjoy, we like to share with somebody and let him also enjoy. Whenever you expand our enjoyment, it becomes multiplied. Bhagavan Krishna was thinking, this fellow, whole life he is spending fighting, shouting and this, but there is something higher than this thing. But he doesn't ask anything because he was constantly successful in his life. Then Bhagavan thought, let me do something. Let his dream be broken. And then when he goes to the battlefield, there Bhagavan plays the trick. And what the trick? Create confusion. And the confusion is, who am I? Whether I am a grandson or a disciple or a warrior. And because of that, he is so confused, frustrated, dharma samodacheta. I don't know what I should do. Bhagavan keep him quiet. But one great thing about Arjuna, he doesn't ask, please give me whatever I want. We go to the temple and tell Bhagavan, note down the list and do this thing. You will see many houses, they have Hanumanji and Ganeshji outside the house. Protect our house. See, they are watchmen. So, he didn't say that. He said, Yash Shreyasya Nischitam Ruhitan Me. Oh Lord, kindly tell what is good for me. We never ask God like that. Oh teacher, oh God, tell me what is good for me. Our approach is, please give me what I want. See? And when Bhagavan Krishna has to give what is good for Arjuna, so what did he give? He did not give anything. He told, whatever I have to talk, I have talked to you. Now you decide. Decision will be yours. We Indians make decision for others so easily, including God. God should not have done like this. We want to improve His creation. All the social workers have got this thing. God's mistake they are correcting. God didn't know how to run His own show. Therefore, friends, when we take this world, waking world, equally as a dream, then what will happen? Any bad event in our life is a message from the Divine. Come on, you are here sent for something different purpose. You have forgotten that purpose and you are going the wrong way. And what is the purpose of our life? We have no purpose. Our only approach is be such a perfect instrument that He will choose us and get His project executed through us. He can execute His project through us if we have no project. See? Through such masters, Paramatma expresses. So the one through whom God expresses is called as a saint. See? So, Dehendriya yuktasya jiva vasa brahmasya adhishthanati chiti saisha Kutasthadeep vivakshita. Therefore, let our essential divine nature express to us. It is for this purpose we are studying this. Jagat brahmasya sarvasya yad adhishthanam iritam trayanteshu tadatra syat brahma shabdita vivakshita. In the Upanishad and Vedas, what is said that the illusion of the world is supported by the Brahman, and world includes the external as well as internal. Kindly take this a very strong takeaway for today. World is not only outside. World is equally inside. See? Outside some bad event has happened. You do not know that. The world is not created for you. Some event has happened. You know that and you are disturbed. then the world is created. We have to remain extremely aware. Whatever is happening in the world, where is the impact? If the impact is on your mind, then you have taken that world to be real. Therefore, dekho suno mat bolo, live in this world in such a manner that we should be able to mind our mind. Nothing should disturb us. Whatever has to be done, do it cheerfully, happily. If you cannot, relax. Only words, lip sympathy, no. Such people, they sit in a drawing room and discuss what government should do, what people should do, and how should be done. You do your job and relax. Therefore, Jagat Brahmasya Sarvasya Adhishtanam. So what is supporting the outer world and inner world? That which is supporting the outer world, the same thing is supporting the inner world. To understand this, take one simple example. I have given this example. You take a pan having water in that and apply fire from below. What will be the result? Water will become hot. Conclusion, fire has heat. Very good. Is it that fire has got only heat or light also? Light also there. But it is not seen in the water, therefore there is no light in the fire. Then take a piece of wood and apply fire to that. There both the things will express. Light and heat. Exactly the same way that reality is existence as well as consciousness. Conscious existence. But when the conscious existence is expressing in certain conditions, like the inert world, there only existence aspect is manifested, not the knowledge aspect is manifested. But the same reality, when expressing through the Panchakoshas, then the same reality expresses both existence as well as knowledge. Therefore, the difference is not in the reality, the difference is not in the fire, difference is through what the fire is expressing. In the same manner, one conscious existence alone is supporting the objective world, and the same conscious existence is also experiencing the objective world. And therefore, colors and forms are supported by the vision, but the vision is not influenced by the color and form. With this knowledge and understanding, when we lead our day-to-day life, we will be at peace under all conditions. No agitations, no reactions. We don't have to teach anybody to anybody anywhere. Relax. And when we start remaining at peace with ourselves, there is a kind of a circle. Anybody who comes in that circle, they also feel good. You must have experienced this. Many great Mahatmas, you go in their very place even after they have left the body. Why? Because their presence is so potent. This is possible for every one of us. Therefore, Trayanteshu Tadyatra Syat Shabda Brahma Vivakshitam. Continuing further, Etasminneva Chaitanya Jagat Aropyate Yada Tada Tad Ekadeshasya Jivabhasasya Kakata. When the fire can heat the water and the same fire can burn the wood, same way that Brahman is supporting the inert world, what is the problem for the reality to support the Jiva, a small little one? The more we become aware and start looking at this world with awareness, our vision changes. Thereafter, our perceptions change. Thereafter, our interactions change. Thereafter, the quality of our experiences change. thereafter we change. See? Our vision is different. Not the same myopic vision. The doctors call it, myopia. We also call myopia. Myopia. We take this relative world as real and then we suffer. So we go to the doctor, they give glasses. Here also, they give us a different vision. Now look at the world as God is looking at His creation. What is the vision of God? One child gets up at night and wakes up. Mommy, please wake up, I have to go to bathroom. Go yourself. No, I am afraid. So the mummy gets up and he goes to the bathroom. He finishes and he comes back and sleep. Now, this simple experiment. For the child, going from the bedroom to the bathroom is going away and therefore is afraid. For the mother, she knows whether it is a bedroom or a bathroom, they are within the same house. If this is clear, for us, death and birth, from Bhagwan's point of view, गधे से निकला घोड़े में गया. From God's point of view, He left the bedroom and gone to the bathroom. See? There is a difference. Everything is included in me. Mayeva sakalam jatam, may sarvam pradishtitam, may sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvaya asmyam. And therefore, when we look at the world as God looks at, there will be differences perceived, but there will not be differentiation practiced on the foundation of the differences. To see the one common denominator in the differences is the spiritual practice. And this is what we do, but we don't recognize. The problem is that where our own finger sometimes goes in our ear or eye. So do we chop it off? No. I know, finger is me, the eyes are me. There is no discord. The eyes tell, hey, there is a big dish, don't put step there. Legs say, why should I will go there? No. There is a coordination. The differences do not create any problem. But we are able to discover one reality expressing through everything. That is what is meant, that the same Brahman will be supporting the world of names and the forms, and the same Brahman is playing the game of the soul and Jiva. And this is how the whole world is nothing but a great Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. See? In Leela, everything appears to be happening, but nothing happens. And in Leela, we require everything. Good people, bad people, good events, bad events, serious people and cartoons, everything is required. In the same manner, in our life, all these things are provided so that the drama is perfect. If there is no challenge in that drama, it will not run. Imagine one boy goes to a temple and he is praying before Hanumanji. Hanumanji, I want to get married. He is asking to a wrong person. Hanumanji, I want to get married. Please bless me with a girl, friend and all that. And at the very moment, I think Hanumanji heard my prayer. And he looks at, oh, there is a girl. What is the reason that you came here only when I was praying to the Lord? Now you start making stories within himself. I think God, Hanumanji sent her for me. So I start talking. Hello, how are you? I'm fine. How come you came here? I came to collect my children from the school. Oh God! Maja, this is drama. If you take the other way around, he goes, he says, she comes, yes, why you have come? No, nothing, I am good for nothing. Are you married? No, I am also not. Will you get married? Get married. They go to the respective parents. I want to get married to him. Okay, get married. I want to get married. Get married. Drama over. Maja hai? See, friends, you may be eating sweets, but in between you require some chutney. Then only life is. Therefore, discover this divine that you are. Everything is essential for our evolution. Therefore, discover this truth. Alone is supporting the objective world and the subjective experience of the world. Jagat tat ekadeshakya samarupyasya vedataha tattvam padartho binnastu vastutaha ekatachite. Therefore, so many, see, take everywhere you can get an example. If you take any object, we'll say this is one object, but truthfully, these are 5 objects. Flower, Shabda, or this one, if I move like this, some sound comes, Shabda. Then Sparsha, the touch, it is soft. Sparsha, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, oh, it is this particular color and shape. Rasa, if I taste, it will taste dirty. Gandha, it is stinky. One object, but recognized in 5 different ways. Because there are 5 sense organs. A person who has got one sense organ less, see, he doesn't know. There are many people, their nose is always blocked. One of my Swami friend, I used to tell him, Swami, you teach, there are 5 sense objects and all that. I don't believe. I said, don't believe. He said, don't you ask why? I said, okay, tell why. He said, I have got a perpetual nose block. Therefore, I don't get any smell. Does it mean there are only 4 objects? Think. Slowly, we come to discover this Tvam, you the experiencer, and Tat, the experienced, or the one who is supporting the experiences, they are not two. The same reality is supporting the objective subjective duality without becoming two. This is the ultimate we have to recognize. This is what is the spiritual practice according to Vedanta Shastra, and this is called Kutasthadeep. With this we conclude today. We start tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.